What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Something. Hit the keys. You guys already saw the title of the video. We're right back at it. So, no, I'm not gonna keep putting out a bunch of hit pieces just on waves, but after putting out my video, the people responded. There's like over 485 different comments on that video. So today I kind of want to go through some of the comments, maybe answer some questions, or maybe stress some of you guys' opinions to Waves, because this really is like a free poll for Waves. Waves, I'm letting you know what all your customers think, and I was overwhelmed with as many people who's having some of the same problems as I'm having or similar problems. And some people don't even understand. So let me explain this. With like the upgrade plan, it's different for Mac and Windows users, right? So Windows, it's your every time Windows updates, it's typically gonna work. Every time Mac goes to a new operating system, it's like the plugins don't work anymore. So typically companies just update it and they just give all us Mac users our updates for free because we can't control that the Mac OS is updating. With Waves, every time Mac does a new OS update, they want us to upgrade, and I'll show you what I mean. So you see here, it's telling me that I have Reverb, but it's only telling me that it's a demo mode with audio mutes, right? So all the plugins that I own, they're all demos. Everything that I own, even this Clarity VX that I did a review on, demo. So I don't have full access to any of my plugins. So when I come over here to the Wave shell and I come over to my Gold bundle, again, I paid for the bundle, you'll see that it tells me that version 13 is not officially supported on your system because I'm running Mac 26.2. So since the version 13 isn't supported by my system, I can't fully use my plugins. So that's what I'm getting at. And I understand some of you window owners didn't understand what I was talking about when I was bringing that up, because I get it. You know, if you had Windows, whatever, 8 or 10 or whatever, your plugins are going to work from version to version to version. So it's just something with Mac, and it hasn't been as bad lately with plugins. It was more so when they first switched over to Apple Silicone, and it was a whole new structure and everything and so on and so forth. So I actually paid for this upgrade plan once. I had bought some bundle, maybe Max Volume or something. I had bought some bundle, and the bundle allowed me to upgrade for like $22. So yeah, the Ren Max bundle. So I had upgraded that. That's the only reason I've ever upgraded any of my Wave stuff, is because this bundle was $22 to upgrade versus the $69 or $70 that Waves was trying to charge me at the time. So another thing that I didn't mention in that video that Waves needs to change is only giving us one license. I mean, if you call your tools and your plugins tools for professionals, then we have to acknowledge that most professionals have more than one computer that they're using. They typically have one that's their home-based studio, and then they'll have their laptop that they'll take with them on the road or wherever they go, or so on and so forth. So why would I have to put my plugins on a flash drive and keep the flash drive plugged in at all times? Why don't you just give the users more than one license? Why? I mean, like, think about it, dog. So Waves, Omnisphere gives me as many licenses as I want, and it's a $500 plugin. You got like $29 plugins, and we can only get one license on a $29 plugin. Like, that's the biggest deal to like pirate. The same with Pigments. I get like 3 licenses on Pigments. All of Arturia stuff, I get like 3 licenses. Every company gives you like 2, 3, 4 licenses. So at this point, we're in 2026. How come we can't get more than one license? I did mean to mention that. I will say this though. I did yesterday get an email from Waves, and they sent us affiliate surveys to fill out. I ain't never got an affiliate survey in my life. It could be coincidental, but it did come to me the day after I put out that video. So let's talk about some of you guys' comments and thoughts though. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's just start here at the top. As you guys see here, this video has probably about 10.6K views, but it has 485 comments, bro. My videos don't normally get engagement like this. So, this is kind of crazy. 730 likes is about appropriate for 10K. So you see some of the comments. I'm 6 months sober. I was on Waves for most of 2025. It's all a blur. I'm rebuilding my life slowly. That's what this whole comment section looks like though, is like a AA meeting, a WA meeting, Waves Anonymous. You know what I'm saying? 6 months sober from Waves. Companies that attacks who supports them are evil, not helpful. Waves sober for 2 years now. I have been sober from Waves for 2 years. I'm proud of you, brother. You got this. You know what I'm saying? And then we got comments like this feel like an AA meeting in the movies. Haha, my name is John and I used to use Waves. And then like you see how many, but look at the engagement these comments are getting too. This isn't like, I'm not trying to go too hard. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I understand that my words can impact a company, you know what I'm saying, a lot, right? So as I'm saying that, let me say this. Waves, look at what these people are saying, right? So it feels like with your business model, you guys aren't chasing new customers. It's like you guys are more interested in charging the old customers, or it's like you guys don't understand the importance of repeat customers. Like I used to do a bunch of jobs. I used to do one job what's called Pacesetter. It was the #1 home improvement company in America at one point in time. I was like the #2 telemarketer in the place, and they always preached to us, once you get a customer in the door, you treat them like gold because they're gonna be repeat customers. You know, they got siding from us once, now they're gonna get cabinets. Now they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, get a roof from us. Now they're gonna get a deck. You know, now they're gonna get their whole house remodeled through us because we treated them right in the first place. And I feel like Waves, if the upgrade plan is killing you and they're not giving people the amount of licenses is killing you, because it's like, why would I wanna keep coming back to a company that is going to charge me for a free plugin? It's going to charge me $12 next time my operating system is updated. You know, why would I go back to that company? So let's go back to some of these comments and stuff like that. So it says, I haven't spent money on Wave since they tried to take away perpetual licenses and go subscription only. My guy, oh, right here, this is what I was saying. Look at the engagement on this. They are thieves. I deleted all my Wave stuff. And I'll never buy anything again. 75 people like this, Waves. Guess where Waves is based out of? I'll leave that commentary alone. In the comment sections too, y'all, don't be getting racist in the comment section. Don't be doing that, or prejudice in the comment section. I don't like that. No matter how bad we are, the company or whatnot, we don't do that. We don't do that over here. My guy Pulse Music Group. What's crazy is the free plugins they gave away, they now have expiration dates on them, and that's crazy work. And so some people commented, that's what street dealers do. That's not correct. The update plan expires after 1 year. Understand what he's saying though. If you have a MacBook, at some point in time, that free plugin is gonna expire from you because you're gonna have to update. You're gonna have to update your computer, you know? Like, I'm like people be like, oh, you don't always have to update your computer. The last update I got for Apple was Tahoe, and it completely changed the whole entire GUI and everything. It changes like the way that the operating system works, and it works just like my iPhone. Why would I not upgrade my freaking computer to keep Waves plugins, you know? So, and then, you know, Pulse Music Group's an influencer too, or a content creator. So he could do Waves content if he wanted to. The same with Ghetto Styles. He's a content creator. You know what I'm saying? I haven't spent money with Waves since they tried to take away perpetual license and go subscription only. You know what I'm saying? He's a content creator. I also got another comment down here. I'm gonna go through some more of these comments. But Dixon's a Waves affiliate. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Dixon's the homie. I was actually saying this to a friend the other week. It's so jarring being in a studio session, trying to open my Wave stuff to realize you have to go and renew for another 90 days. So in case you missed that video, affiliates, they give us all Waves plugins for 90 days. And every 90 days it expires, and then you have to email them, and then it takes days for them to get you your license back. So it's a process in order to have your affiliate just stuff, you know? Then you email and have to wait for a reply so that it won't be for a few days. So you won't be able to use any projects with Waves until it's renewed. Sometimes even when I do have the licenses renewed, they open in demo mode until I go to Wave Central and remind my dog that I actually do have a license. I sometimes think that in the future, if I don't do YouTube or don't promote Waves anymore, all my old projects will have Waves in them that won't work. I suppose that's a problem everyone faces with their update system. Great video, glad someone confirmed it's not just me. You know what I'm saying? But these are content creators feeling the same way that, you know, I'm kind of feeling, you know? So let's go ahead and read a few more of the comments here. All right, so we see, I use UAD F Waves. Once you buy a plugin, it should be yours. They're scamming because they don't tell you, their customer, that they're going to have you pay more for it later. Their business model is such a scam. I totally feel you, bro. I ain't effing with Waves anymore. You want to know how to stop them? Stop buying crap from them like I did several years ago. GTR, man, here's the thing. It's not even that I just want to use my plugins, right? I can get free plugins from Waves. That's not the problem. I don't want to get free plugins from Waves. I just want to use the plugins that I paid for before I started doing YouTube. That's all I'm asking for. That's the bare minimum, is just to be able to use the plugins that I already paid for. So me not buying anything else from them doesn't fix the problem of me not getting to use the plugins I already bought for them. And that's my biggest complaint, you know? I stopped upgrading my OS, that's the solution. I don't want to stop updating my OS because Waves, to keep Waves plugins, I should be able to update my OS whenever I want to, you know? Like in this thread, somebody was like, yeah, when you do, it makes your computer move slower and so on and so forth. My computer ain't moving no slower with this new upgrade, Tahoe. Every time I upgrade my MacBook, it don't get no slower. I've had it for 5 years now. I get a lot of the complaints about Mac and their Apples and their iPhones. My MacBook has been a beast, you know? And somebody says this is why hackers still exist, you know? Waves pulls you in with their sales, then hits you over the head with their costly yearly updates. I've stopped falling for it years ago. I stopped using Waves 3 months ago because of all that, and Pro Tools will be next. Thanks for the heads up. I won't be doing business with them. When I see Waves, I feel like selling the high seas. Yo. Every time I can replace Waves plugins with something else, it's like a gift to myself. Down to about 4 of theirs that just work for my workflow, but not upgrading. You hear that, Waves? They're happy to replace your plugins. No more Waves. And I'll still probably do the Black Friday freebie that they give away, even though you'll have to pay $12 for it a year later. That's the problem. So they're commenting on my video when I said that I was going to still cover the freebie because it's news. I mean, it's literally my job to cover the news. I'm gonna mention the $12 upgrade in a year though. Y'all can trust and believe that. If I would have been trying to upgrade my Waves plan for, you know, in the past, then I would have probably made this video years ago. It was just a few days ago I noticed this. And for those who didn't catch the first video, they want me to give them like $212 in order to upgrade all my plugins. Absolutely not gonna happen. I've uninstalled Waves and not looking back. They don't realize being greedy is a good way to keep customers away and run new customers off. I'm done with them. When I buy a product, let me pay for it and be done with it. No monthly subscriptions. Man, Plugin Alliance, Pulsar Audio, Acon Digital, SSL, Relab, UAD, there's a ton of alternatives. Also, if you want the plugin on your laptop and desktop, they ask you to pay for a second license. Most companies do this free as part of the main license, right? The problem is often you need to upgrade your computer also. And that is why I spent thousands of dollars with other companies, and then I have to laugh when I see Waves is having a sale. You see that, Waves? He spent thousands of dollars with other companies and won't come to you guys because of you guys' tactics. It's thousands of dollars you guys could have had, you know? I stopped using Waves 10 years ago for this very reason. UAD, Arturia, Sound Tools, Baby Audio, and many more options are available. Don't pay these dumb update plan guys. Also, most DAWs already have good enough plugins to make dope music. What's crazy is that you can own their entire catalog and the Waves update plan limit is $250. Worse is it's only for Mac users since Windows users don't need to update for their plugins to work. It's because Apple updates their OS and breaks plugins each year. You gotta pay for it. I mean, no other company's charging us for it though, you know? So, you guys can obviously see, I just kind of wanted to come here and do a video and kind of get some of you guys' perspectives and kind of talk about it. And you know what I'm saying? Just let Waves see, hey, this is what the people think about your stuff, bro. So you guys have an opportunity to fix it. We see what's going on in the world of plugins and companies like with Moog selling, you know what I'm saying, with Native Instruments having to sell, Isotope, all those companies having to sell. You guys don't think because you guys have been around forever that you're gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? Just because you guys were the gold standard for the 2000s, it's been a long time since Wave has been the gold standard for plugins, and we all know that. You know, Waves knows that. So my video is to make change. It's not just to be, you know, just this negative ass dude who's just talking shit about whatever he could talk shit about. It's about actually trying to see change. You know, it's about actually trying to, if they call us influencers, trying to use my influence for a good influence, you know? You guys know the kind of videos I do on my channel. Normally, I don't do a lot of bad or negative coverage on plugins. But at some point, man, somebody's got to stick up and say something to Waves. It's bullshit at this point, you know? So that's what I got in today's video. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time I bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the keys.